as the IDF with heavy machinery has officially entered Gaza, things are definitely heating up. I know that you're tired. I know that I'm tired. I know that you miss your family. You know, just like that, it'll be a month that I haven't seen my kids, my wife and kids, and I miss them. My little 10-year-old, my 7-year-old, my 3-year-old, he'll be in Hanukkah, he'll be 4. And he gives really good hugs. And, but, you know, I'm a gunner on the Hummer. And so we go in and we're clearing, you know, we're checking these bodies for, you know, that are booby-trapped with bombs, with explosives, checking the houses that have been shot up by these barbaric invaders, by these demonically possessed people. And so, you know, you go in there and you see houses with grenades just blown up the bed, bullet holes in everything, windows shot up, blood everywhere. People tried to escape, you know, in the bomb shelter. And I think of David. I strengthen myself in the Lord like David. And that's what I encourage us all to do, you know. And so I'm a machine gunner. I'm on the mag up on our Hummer. And as I'm up there, I put in some earphones. And I listened to just some praises to the God of Israel and the Good Shepherd. You know, there's a Good Shepherd watching over Israel, and these are very hard times. The sheep are afraid. The sheep of Israel are afraid. But you are a shepherd. You're carrying a stick, and we're carrying the sword of the word of the Lord with us, and just encouraging ourselves in it like King David did. Remember in 1 Samuel chapter 30, Lamed, there's things that we need to lilmod. Lamed is like to learn, you know, and that's a lesson for us. How David, when his family were taken hostage, remember he was out fighting, his family were in Ziklag, suddenly the Amalekites came, took them captive, and he didn't know what to do. He was devastated. His wife, his kids, and his men, their wife and kids, taken hostage, and so there I am with the earphones in, listening to this praise to the God of Israel. And you know what, at that moment, I felt such a peace. God of Israel looks with such eyes of favor upon heroes of Israel, men and women who are standing right now in the gap on behalf of Israel, who are good shepherds on behalf of the flock of Israel right now. And he looks in great favor over these, and he's just so delighted, and he's watching over us, and he's going to bring security back to the sheepfold. And that's what we're all part of. What happens is David cries until he has no more tears left, and he didn't know what to do. And so he says, what do? I'll get 600 men and I'll go and I'll fight them. I'll go fight these, try to find them. I don't even know where they are. And he got 600 men, but then, you know, he said he realized after he sought God, you know, 200 are too weak to fight. And so they came to the brook Besor, and he decides to just take 400 men and leave 200 behind. And they go, and suddenly they find this random Egyptian guy who was he was all sick, and David gives him, you know, King David gives him bread and food and cake of figs and 2 clusters of raisins. And when he eats and stuff, and they're nice to this Egyptian guy, which is kind of like what's in the future, I believe, with the Isaiah 19 highway of peace. But so he gives him with Egypt, but he gives him fruit. And then this guy says, I haven't had any food for 3 days and 3 nights. And which is an interesting little hidden message there. But suddenly he's like, who are you? And he's like, well, my masters, I'm a slave of the Amalekites, you know, the ones who stole your family. And I was sick and they left me here. And so then he's like, David's like, will you bring me to where my family is? Will you bring me over there? And he's like, well, don't kill me. Don't kill me. He's like, I won't. And so they go with the 400 men, and they literally do a surprise mission. It's like before dawn. And they go in there and they rescue all the hostages, all of them. Not one perished of the hostages. They were all rescued. Not one of them. And not even one of the 400 warriors died. They had complete and total decisive victory. And there was nothing lacking for them. That's the way I want to encourage ourselves in the Lord, get his strategy and move forward to full and complete victory, and encourage ourselves in the Lord God of Israel, the Good Shepherd. 125,000 individuals have fled from the northern and southern borders and are displaced. Help us help them today.